Let me ask you something. Last night, when you were lying in bed, eyes wide open, staring at the ceiling, what were you thinking about? Was it that conversation from 3 days ago that you keep replaying? Was it something you said that you wish you could take back? Or maybe it was a decision you haven't even made yet, and your mind was already playing out every possible way it could go wrong. You told yourself to stop. You took a deep breath. You tried to think about something else. But within 60 seconds, your brain pulled you right back in, like a magnet, like it had no intention of letting you go. And here is what nobody ever tells you about that moment. You were not being weak. You were not being dramatic. Your brain was doing exactly what it was designed to do. And once you understand why, everything changes. My name does not matter right now. What matters is that by the end of this video, you are going to understand your own mind in a way that most people spend their entire lives never reaching. And I promise you, what you are about to discover is going to change the way you see yourself forever. So let us start at the very beginning. Picture this. It is 50,000 years ago. You are not sitting in a bedroom. You are standing at the edge of a forest, bare feet on cold ground, heart pounding. Yesterday, something moved in the tall grass near the river. You did not see what it was. It could have been the wind. It could have been a deer. Or it could have been a predator. You survived yesterday, but your brain does not care about yesterday. Your brain is already thinking about tomorrow, already replaying the movement in the grass, already asking, what if it comes back? What if it is faster than me? What if I am not ready? That voice in your head that would not stop. That was not anxiety. That was survival. That was your brain doing its most important job, keeping you alive by refusing to let go of anything that felt like a threat. Now fast forward 50,000 years. You are lying in your bed. The predators are gone. The forest is gone. But that ancient survival system inside your brain, it never got the memo. It is still running, still scanning, still asking, what if something goes wrong? Except now, instead of predators, it finds your emails, your relationships, your past mistakes, your future fears. And it grabs onto every single one of them with the same desperate intensity that once kept your ancestors alive. That is overthinking, not a character flaw, not a weakness, a 50,000-year-old survival system running in a world it was never designed for. Now here is where it gets even more interesting. Psychology identifies 3 specific reasons why your brain physically cannot stop overthinking once it starts. And each one of them is going to sound painfully familiar. The first reason is called negativity bias. Your brain is not neutral. It was never built to be neutral. Research from neuroscience shows that the human brain processes negative information 5 times more intensely than positive information of the exact same scale. 5 times. That means one critical comment hits your brain with the same neurological force as 5 compliments. One thing that goes wrong in your day takes up the same mental real estate as 5 things that went right. This is not pessimism. This is not you being a negative person. This is your brain prioritizing threats over rewards, because for most of human history, missing a reward meant you stayed hungry, but missing a threat meant you died. Your brain would rather spend the entire night replaying one uncomfortable moment than spend 5 seconds celebrating everything that went well today. Because celebrating feels good, but does not keep you alive. Preparing for danger does. The second reason is called the Zeigarnik effect. In the 1920s, a Russian psychologist named Zeigarnik noticed something fascinating. Waiters in a busy restaurant could remember every detail of an order they had not yet delivered. But the moment the food reached the table and the order was complete, they forgot it almost instantly. Her research revealed something extraordinary about the human brain. Your mind holds on to unfinished things with a grip it never applies to completed ones. An unresolved argument, a decision you have not made yet, a conversation that ended strangely, an apology that was never given or received. Your brain treats every single one of these like an open file. And it will keep returning to that file, again and again, searching for closure that never comes, because the situation is still unresolved. This is why you can forget an entire week of normal days. But remember with perfect clarity the one conversation from 3 years ago that never got properly resolved. Your brain is not torturing you. It is trying to finish something. The third reason is the most powerful of all. Psychologists call it emotional memory consolidation. When something happens to you that carries strong emotion, shame, fear, embarrassment, regret, love, loss, your brain does not file it away with your other memories. It treats it as critical survival data and stores it at a completely different neurological depth. It marks it with a biological flag that essentially says, do not forget this. This matters. Return to this. And so your brain does, especially at night, when the distractions of the day fall away, and the mind finally has the space to process what it has been carrying. This is why 3 a.m. feels like the cruelest hour. It is not random. It is your brain doing its deepest filing work, sorting through everything emotionally significant, returning to everything that still carries unresolved feeling, trying to understand, to process, to prepare. You are not broken at 3 a.m. You are being processed. But here is what I really want you to understand. The people who overthink the most are almost never the weakest people in the room. They are almost always the most emotionally intelligent, the most deeply feeling, the most self-aware, the most conscientious, the most loyal. Research consistently shows that people who experience higher levels of rumination and overthinking also score significantly higher on measures of empathy, creativity, and moral reasoning. Your overthinking mind is the same mind that notices details others miss, that feels what others cannot feel, that cares when everyone else has already moved on. The problem was never that your brain thinks too much. The problem is that no one ever taught you how to work with a mind this powerful instead of fighting against it. So what do you actually do with all of this? First, name what is happening. When you catch yourself overthinking, say it out loud or in your head. My brain is running its threat detection system. My brain is holding an open file. My brain is processing emotional memory. This single act of naming what is neurologically happening creates just enough distance between you and the thought to reduce its intensity almost immediately. Research from UCLA confirms that simply labeling a mental process reduces the emotional power it holds over you. Second, give your brain a completion. Since the Zeigarnik effect tells us your brain cannot release unfinished things, give it a finish. Write the unsent message in your journal. Say out loud the thing you wish you had said. Make the decision, even imperfectly. Your brain does not need the situation to actually resolve. It just needs your mind to declare it processed and closed. Third, and this is the most important, stop treating your overthinking mind like an enemy. It is not your enemy. It is an ancient, loyal, exhausted system that has been working overtime to keep you safe. Thank it. Gently redirect it. Give it something real to solve, instead of something imaginary to fear. You have spent years fighting a mind that was only ever trying to protect you. Maybe it's time to stop fighting and start understanding. If this video made something click for you today, if it made you see your own mind a little more clearly, a little more kindly, then do one thing right now. Subscribe to this channel. Because every single week, we come here to decode the hidden psychology behind the way you think, the way you feel, and the way you experience the world. You have a rare and powerful mind. It is time you understood exactly how extraordinary it really is. I will see you in the next one.